We don't really have to mention that the internet has taken over the world and pretty much everybody is using it. You're using it to watch this video. Even though the internet has done some great things, it teaches people different things and it connects everybody. But anything that has a positive force has a negative one as well. One of those negative things on the internet that is very active to this day is something called phishing. Phishing is a form of scamming, and the term does actually come from fishing with an F, but the scamming version is spelled with PH. A lot of scammers come to the sea every day to catch some fish. What is phishing, and what should we do to prevent ourselves from getting snatched? One example of phishing is when you're sitting in front of your computer or you're on your phone and you receive a text or email that's very urgent and it tells you you need to change the password for your bank account. Since the text or email looks somewhat legit, you get scared and immediately click on the link. And the website you visit looks somewhat like the real website, but you're kind of panicking and you're not really checking anything else. You sign in using your login info, and unfortunately, you enter your real password. But you have to know, behind this website, there is no bank, and you have just given up your real password to your real account to a scammer. And a few minutes or few hours later, a large sum of money is taken out of your card, maybe a huge purchase overseas. All of a sudden, you panic even harder and call your actual bank. And after speaking to them for a few minutes, you realize that this was a scam email and it was never sent by the bank themselves. The type of phishing we just explained to you guys is called the classic phishing. Classic phishing basically asks for you to enter something urgently and is sent to you through text and email. They basically try to make the other person panic so they can enter their login information or sensitive info like bank information or your card number without really thinking. Since it's called phishing, let's see what it is. The person phishing is the scammer. The bait that they use on the reel is the email or text, and the fish is you or the person getting scammed. If the fish bites the hook, this is when the phishing happens. The best way to prevent a phishing attack is to never click on suspicious links, even the ones you've gotten from your friends, because there's always a chance that they might be getting scammed as well. But even if you want to click on a link, just be sure that it's correct and it looks legit. All the tactics they use, the most common one is to make you scared. Like they'll send you an urgent email that we're about to close your bank account. Please make sure to sign in as quickly as possible so you don't lose your account. You get all shocked and scared and sign in right away. And all of a sudden they have access to your entire bank account. Or maybe you're waiting for a package, then all of a sudden you receive a text from UPS and it says you have to pay $2 for your package to be redelivered. You enter your card info because you think it's actually UPS, and it ends up being a phishing scam, and now they have your card info. When you actually click on a link, the website you're taken to looks very close to the actual website. So if you're not paying attention, you will actually be fooled that it looks legit. But the website you're seeing has been made by the scammer. Right now, it's much harder to do a phishing attack because people are experienced now and they know what they're dealing with. But an internet is a very populated place and there's a population always being added to it. So the market for these scammers is still not scarce. Like between the years 2013 to 2015, more than $100 million were lost because of phishing attacks. But after 2015, their job has gotten much harder. Not only do people know more about these scammers and how they do it, but a lot of websites have taken action and they don't allow emails and texts like this to go through. In a form of classic phishing, one person can send thousands of emails to thousands of people. You might ask, where do they get these emails from? They buy it in illegal websites that sell active emails, so they can have a hold of active emails instead of random ones. So now that we're familiar with classic phishing, let's get familiar with spear phishing. Spear phishing, unlike classic phishing, is not sent to any random person. It is chosen. Like for example, they realize that this person is an active user of Netflix. The people that use Netflix religiously are chosen, and they're sent an email that's based on Netflix. Like you have to change your password immediately because there's a risk your account is going to get hacked. Since you love Netflix so much, you don't even think about it. You click on the link and enter your Netflix password. And now they have it. Another example is that I could receive an email from YouTube, but it's not actually from YouTube. And it says there's a chance you're getting banned. You have to sign in right here so you don't get banned. But when I sign in, they have all my login info. Since now we know phishing, let's get to know Pharming. Pharming is farming, but this type is written with PH. Pharming is a fake website that looks just like the real one. Let's say they use Facebook's name, but instead of Facebook, they write it as Facebook with one O. But they make it look legit as possible. And the person that mistakenly types this will log in like they're logging into Facebook. But all they're doing is giving their login info to the scammer. The reason this style is called Pharming is because the scammer does not have to work hard and send emails. They just set up a website and the people come to them. So they're basically farming accounts, money, and logging info. But Facebook is just an example. There are plenty of websites where this could take place. The best way to keep yourself safe from phishing and pharming attacks is to never click on random links. And second of all, if you're entering a risky website or a website that needs your login info or bank info, make sure the URL is completely correct and there's no misspellings. And second of all, click on this area of the URL to make sure that it says it's secure and the lock is closed. That means the website is okay. But if the lock is open and it's not secure, that's when you're in a wrong website. Even though a lot of people have learned how phishing works and they don't get scammed easily anymore, but the internet is a new thing and there are new users being added to it every day. So the market for these scammers are plentiful, so they're not going away for a while. You might not believe it, but every single day, more than 3.5 billion phishing emails are sent across the world, and that makes up 1.2% of all emails in the world. We don't have accurate stats about the whole world, but Forbes magazines has came up with the stat for the United States, and the most common place where phishing attacks happen is in the state of Nevada, where more than 13.5% of the population have experienced a phishing attack. And just in this state alone, $37 million have been lost. So these scammers are making a whole lot of money off of the state of Nevada. But these phishing attacks are most likely not happening from the United States because they're all over the world. The most common places this takes place is in India, Russia, and Nigeria.